Alright guys, we recently got a new game announcement that I wanted to talk about. Not because the game looks amazing or because it looks bad. In fact, the game hasn't even been officially revealed yet. However, just the information we have, I'm already seeing some major red flags. So it appears that Amazon Games is going to be publishing a Lord of the Rings MMO, and the development is being led by Amazon Games Orange County, the studio behind New World. Apparently the game will not only be coming to PC, but is going to be developed for consoles as well, sometime in the future, as the game is still in early development. So this thing is years and years out. So if that little bit of information is not already setting off alarms for you, I honestly don't know what would. However, before we take a deep dive into this, I want to take a brief moment and welcome anyone new to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing. Also, if you do happen to enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like. But anyways guys, we got a lot to get into, so without further ado, let's get into it. So my first gripe with this announcement is it left me wondering, why is the studio that made New World the ones working on this? Last time I checked, New World was still in active development. In fact, here's the roadmap for 2023. I'm unsure how large this studio is, but I highly doubt it's big enough to be tackling an existing MMO while actively developing another MMO, especially one that should be on the much larger scale for something that Lord of the Rings would require. It honestly feels like this is just a sign that New World did not deliver what Amazon wanted, so it's being put on the back burner and practically being put on life support so the team could shift focus on this new upcoming project. Maybe I'm looking too much into this, however I highly doubt it. After all, New World does not have a subscription fee, and it did have a massive player drop off. So it definitely looks like Amazon is going to just straight up abandon this game and just give it service patches or small little balance patches here and there, which is extremely funny because one of the major reasons that I see more and more players actually leaving New World is because of the lack of content and how slowly the content patches are put out. So it has me begging the question, if the studio couldn't show that they could handle an MMO project, why would you give them another MMO, especially one as big as Lord of the Rings? But the development studio is not my only complaint with this announcement. Let's just look at this quote right here. And this is coming from Amazon Games Vice President Christopher Hartman. We're committed to bringing players high quality games, whether through original IPs or long beloved ones like the Lord of the Rings. Bringing players a fresh take on the Lord of the Rings has long been an aspiration for our team, and we're honored and grateful that Middle-earth Enterprises is entrusting us with this iconic world. Now, I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was a single word in that quote that completely turned me off, and that was the word fresh. Why do they need to take a fresh take on the Lord of the Rings? I really don't understand why so many companies get these incredible pre-established IPs and worlds and always want to give their fresh spin on it. Plus, if you want to see what Amazon considers a good fresh spin on Lord of the Rings, go just watch The Rings of Power. Now, I really don't want to have a debate on whether the show was good or bad. All I'm saying is go check it out and make up your own mind if you like Amazon's spin on the Lord of the Rings franchise. In my opinion, I really was not a fan of the show. In fact, I'm gonna say this, the only thing that got me somewhat interested in this upcoming MMO is it was said it has nothing to do with the Rings of Power show. Overall, I would much rather see this team simply just focus on New World. Prove that they could deliver a high quality MMO that does get the post-launch support that we would expect with these live service games. Then have them move on to something much larger like the Lord of the Rings. Have the studio start putting out content that's respecting the source material and just focus on delivering fans an authentic Lord of the Rings experience. Once a studio shows that they know the source material and they're actually respectful for it, then we could look to have them them expand upon it and start delivering fresh ideas to the game. But there's a reason so many people get turned off when they hear developers trying to deliver their fresh takes on existing IPs, or when they try to make an older IP come back and they say it's for a modern audience. No one likes those terms because most of the time that fresh spin or the remake for a modern audience is not loyal to the source material at all, and in my opinion does more harm than good, and a lot of times it actually completely betrays the fan base of that IP. So before I wrap this video up, I just want to say I actually do hope this game turns out to be great. I think the market could really use more options in the MMO genre. I honestly hope this video ages very poorly, and at the end of the day we truly get a great game that fans are really excited for. I also hope the game doesn't get canceled because this is Amazon's second attempt at making a Lord of the Rings MMO. But we'll just have to see how it all pans out. But I want to hear what you all think. Are you guys excited by this news? Are you happy that it is Amazon Games who is developing this new Lord of the Rings MMO? And what would you guys like to see in this upcoming game? Let me know in the comments down below. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm going to get back to the grind, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.